You span the bottle, then looked to your friends, Jiro and Uraraka, for reassurance. They each gave you a wide smile, then Uraraka winked to wish you good luck. It wasn't that you didn't want to play, but rather that you found the idea of kissing someone in front of so many people embarrassing. You only hoped you didn't get someone like Kaminari who would almost definitely try to French you. When the bottle stopped, it was pointing at Iida. Relief washed over you at once. He was the class president and definitely not the smoothest player in the bunch. You were in safe hands with him. As you approached him, he shot up, as Iida always did, like a rocket. His stiff movements had a calming effect on you, from the way he stood to attention like a soldier, to the way he welcomed you with a smile.
"Ah, wonderful,"
he said loudly, opening his arms wide.
"Let us begin this game with enthusiasm so that everyone may follow our example and forget what's happening outside these four walls." Well, when he said it like that, there was a lot riding on your kiss. Your stomach twisted nervously. Though Iida was notorious for misreading the room, to his credit, he did notice your discomfort. He locked up, throwing his arms around in odd shapes. "Ah, no. This, of course, does not mean you have to take part in anything you do not want to." He directed his words to the room at large. "And may you all be aware of each other's feelings while we play, lest you make rifts between your fellow classmates."
You couldn't help but giggle at his overzealous compassion. Contrary to popular belief that he was a robot, he had a big heart. You often saw it when he was congratulating his friends or speaking highly of his family, and you had a soft spot for him because of it. "Iida," you said, grabbing his attention before he set off on a rant about consent. You smiled and stepped towards him. "Shall we?" He nodded. You wondered what he was thinking by the way he stilled, looking briefly to the ground. When he looked up at you, you saw a softness in his eyes. Then he came towards you with strangely relaxed movements, so very unlike his usual stiff self. Taking hold of your hands, he said, "My dear." A gentle smile graced his lips. "Heaven must have wept the day you came to earth, for when God made you, he was showing off." Having never expected such sweet words to have come from his mouth, you were unprepared for the way your heart fluttered as he guided you to wrap your arms around his broad waist. You were speechless. He placed a hand beneath your chin and tilted your face towards him. "I only hope I am but worthy to show you such affection." Keeping his finger below your chin, he leaned in and pressed a single, heart-melting kiss to your lips. It was fierce enough to make you tremble, but gentle enough that you did not mind the others watching. You found yourself placing one hand on his chest as you battled your confusion, wondering if it was really Iida you were kissing. Your other arm stayed curled around his middle as you leaned into him to enjoy the shock twist of his affection. He stroked a calloused hand over your cheek, smoothing it into your hair as he broke away, then kissed you again. The others were stunned into silence by his 180 personality shift. You took it back as well. He was more suave than anyone else in the room could ever dare to be. It was so unexpected. You weren't complaining. He was so smooth and so aware of your rhythms that you were happy to stay locked against him for as long as everyone else allowed it. But Iida was a stickler for the rules as always. He pulled back after a few moments more, pressing one last kiss on your cheek before drawing back entirely. A giddy smile stayed fixed to your lips. The silence carried on. It was Kaminari who broke it.
"Where the hell did that come from?"
He was only voicing what everyone else was thinking. Iida's gentle smile towards you slipped into a look of confusion. "What do you mean?" "That," Ciro added, gesturing to you and your gooey, love-struck expression. "When did you become a Casanova?" Many of the males in the room voiced their concerns, feeling swindled by Iida's unassuming nature. He had no idea what to make of it. "I was merely doing what the moment dictated. I suggest you read up on romance as I did." "Why the hell would we do that?" barked Minetta, unwilling to read anything that was not X-rated. "You read How to Do That?" asked Kirishima disbelievingly. Surely no how-to book could turn a robot like Iida into a passionate lover, no matter how much it was read, reread, and studied relentlessly. "I assure you, you would do well to study everything you can get your hands on. A good hero is prepared for every eventuality." As Iida tried to explain himself, and seemingly every other male in the circle began to bicker, you looked to Uraraka and had to laugh. She and the other girls had found the whole thing adorable. Iida was indeed the proof that anyone could be a sweetheart if they tried. Perhaps that was what the boys hated most. He had set the bar too high. Before taking your seat, you stepped into Iida one last time. He noticed and stopped mid-sentence while the others continued to grumble and bicker amongst themselves. Stepping up onto your toes, you landed a kiss on his cheek, holding yourself against him with your hands to his chest. He went rigid, unprepared this time around, but managed to fix his robotic arms around your waist to hold you steady. It sent the boys into greater uproar that even when he was being his usual self, he still managed to get a kiss out of it. You liked this side of Iida more, you thought. Read all the books you want, but there was something quintessentially Iida in the way his body stayed rigid, even when he leaned down to lock lips with you once more.